Hello, welcome to Econometrics Melody. In this tutorial, we'll deal with Rcap, Rcapsim, and pccapsym plot types, two-way plot types in Stata. So let us prepare our dataset. This is our dataset that we are going to use for this tutorial. And the first plot type is Rcap. R stands for range, and we'll draw the range high, low, min, max variable across its x-axis, and we'll get a cap to represent the minimum and a maximum. This is a spike, and the minimum and maximum, or the high or low values, are represented by the cap. Again, we have written R cap, and we can manipulate the cap size by specifying marker size. And let us see it, and let us compare the differences. First of all, let us increase the cap size to 5, and we see the increment in the cap size. And when we compare it, when we combine these two graphs, it will be easy for us to compare. And these are the options, common options that we can use. If we compare it, we see the cap size. If we specify the marker size 5, then the cap size has increased, or it's bigger. Now let us move to the options. Fairly very simple options: vertical, horizontal, line options. We can change the look and feel of the lines. Marker size is related with the cap size, and axis choice, as well as two-way options. Now let us see another example. So we have make use of Rcap and line. Rcap to draw the high, low, and symbol number, and line, close, and symbol number. And let us see. So this is the cap that representing high and low, and this is a line graph of close. Now let's see another example. We are making use of three two-way plot types: scatter, line, and scatter again. And we are going to manipulate the marker symbol for high and low, and we are going to draw a line graph for the close. Actually, we are trying to repeat the same result in a different way. So this is scatter plots, and they are connected, so they represent the high one, and the below it represents the low, and the mid one with the dashed line, it represents the close value. And we can compare the both results, and we can interpret them in similar manner. Now let us move to another example. For this example, we are creating a variable called export, and by district we are going to generate the high, minimum, maximum, and the mean value of the export. We are going to run the regression, and we are taking a global variable m that stores the mean value, and we are using that mean value to draw the y line. So it is again a Rcap of high export, low export, and its mean of export is 0. As we have taken a random variable, it centered with mean 0 and standard deviation 1. That is why our mean is 0 over here. And these are the styles and options, respective options. So y label, axis second, angle is 0, y title at axis 2, it's empty, and then x label. So these are the labels, and y title in axis 1, high, low of export, and mean of export, it is due to this y label at axis 2, and so on. Now let us see another example. Let us sort each per the symbol number, and we're going to draw a two-way graph of, first of all, Rcap high, low symbol number, and then scatter close symbol number, marker size is triangle, and we are going to draw this once again, and we have used scatter. So the scatter plot, and this triangle, marker symbol triangle, to represent the mean value. So this is similar to the previous one. Now let us move to another plot type. It is cap symbol. Here in the previous case, Rcap, we could not manipulate the cap size, or the cap symbol. It is the default one. But in the latter case, Rcapsim, now we can manipulate the cap symbol, and we can specify as per our requirement. So this is a simple graph, Rcapsim, and if we specify, so the previous one was Rcap, and this is capsim, so we can manipulate this symbols, or the cap with different symbols. So this is the comparison. Rcap, we get the default cap, and capsym, it allows us to manipulate the cap with any marker symbols. So these are again the options, very simple options: vertical, horizontal, line options, marker options, marker label options, axis choice options, and twoway options. We use marker options to manipulate the cap size, cap, the symbol for cap. And here we have taken the marker symbol is X, we can take it as plus, and we see our marker will be denoted by plus. And if we take it as a triangle, our marker or the cap will be denoted by triangle. And if we take as D for diamond, then we can, if we run this, the cap will be denoted by diamond. And other styles, these are the styles for manipulating the labels. Now let us move to another plot type. It is two-way pair coordinated capsym, and we have seen our pair coordinated plot types in our previous video as well. So we require y1 x1 and y2 x2, 2 points actually, and let us prepare the data for it. Let us generate y1 x1 and y2 x2 and other related variables for that. So two-way capsym and y1 x1 y2 x2. So these 2 points will be joined and the cap symbol can be manipulated. So this is a network diagram, and we have not specified anything for the marker. So by default we get the circle. Now we can manipulate that, and these are the options that we can use: line options, marker options, marker label options, head label, vertical, horizontal, axis choice options, and others. And let us see, it is again the basic capsym of y1 x1 y2 x2, y scale, msymbol, these are the size of the markers, mlabel district, mlabposition, angle, and so on. So these are fairly simple. One, we have labeled it, where is mlabel, and we have labeled it with the district, the name of the district. And then we have lpattern is dash, and red color, line color is red, label angle is 30 degree, and the marker size is 3, marker label is green, marker color is green, and so on. Now if we combine the previous network and the another graph, we see the difference. So lpattern is dash, marker size, we have increased the marker size, we have labeled it, and then we have filled the marker with green color. And let us again label the ends by the help of a scatter. So these scatters are used to manipulate the color and different symbols of the end points and the middle points. So econometrics. So this is scatter yellow, solid scatter plot. It has contributed the endpoint, the right endpoint, to be yellow, and the second scatter plot, it has contributed the middle endpoint. The symbol is triangle and the color is blue, and so on. Now let us try other variation, and let us plot it. We are taking the income and expenditure in 2012 and income and expenditure in 2012 21, and we want to represent the change or the direction by this command. So this is the initial point. By default, if we don't specify head label, then the x1 y1 variable will be labeled. So if this is 2012 to 21 and this particular ABC, we see an increment over the period, and for this one GHI, we see decline in the expenditure or export or whatever meaning it carries. So over the period. Now if we specify head label, x to y2 point will be, or y to x2 point will be labeled. So this is the end point. If x to y2, if we consider x1 y1 as the beginning point, x to y2 is the end point, So we have labeled this, and again if we combine it we can see the change in label. In the first case we are labeling the initial point x1 y1, in the latter case we are labeling the x2 y2. And before we leave, let us see one of the advanced options, how to recast a plot type into different plot type. Let us sort the data as per our symbol number, and let us draw a simple scatter plot. So a scatter plot of high and symbol number. And if we want, now we are taking these variables, and though we have specified a scatter plot, but we want to recast it as a connected plot. So we see the scatter plots being connected, and we can combine it for our comparison, and they are simple. Now I have run a loop. These are the different scatter plot types, and we want to recast them in sequence. So our main graph is two-way graph. We have started with the pccapsym, and we want to recast this result is pccapsym, pc spike, pc scatter, and pc arrow, pc both arrow, and so on. Spike, scatter, arrow, both arrow. So this is it. And if we combine it, we will see the comparison. So we have started with one plot type, and if we want it to be recasted with the compatible other plot types, we can always do that. So we have begun with pccapsym, but we have recasted it sequentially or as a PC or as a different compatible plot types. So this is it for this tutorial. Now it's a time to thank you all for your precious time. Thank you very much. Econometrics Melody.